Hola. Man, we're trying to wait for some folks to tap in. It's Saturday, everybody's running the streets. Mm-hmm. Reporting live from Gran Canaria in the Tehilda area. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get to it. I've been on this. I've been on this journey for a while. Started about 6 years ago. 6 year journey on this whole vision quest of discovering this Presa Canario. I drove around the United States, tried to visit as many kennels that would allow me to pull up. I've seen a whole bunch of different kind of presses, right? In various areas of the United States, in my own breeder's kennel. And then I ventured out to I did as much as I could in the United States. And then I went to Serbia. And then when I went to the monographic out there, I seen a number of the Eastern European presses. So I got a look at what they working with as far as what the dogs that they brought. Go to Gran Canaria. I see the dogs that they brought. And then I had to ask myself, was America fucking taken advantage of? Did a couple breeders take advantage of Americans? So I was like in my room and I was like, I'm staying in this little hotel right here. It's kind of cool little area and shit. But it's like old school buildings, you know, right up here in the middle of the island, right? Because I want to go from the beach area to the center of this motherfucker, right? You have to drive. It's like a fucking crazy ass, windy ass roads to get the fuck up here. But anyways, so I see the dogs from two different areas, and there's like one thing I didn't see was I didn't see motherfuckers rocking no Reganitos type shit, no like Iron Bull type shit, no, there was no like weird extremes, like you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't see any weird extremes, like an all white dog with a or a dog that looked like fucking Horace. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people's dogs, they kind of fit whatever kind of they all fit the image of the area. You know, they all kind of fit that look. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like yeah, they all kind of fit. They're all similar as far as they're all pretty consistent in the look and type I should say. Um, and then I was like, so, but I already had this kind of this thought process because Americans, we're so trendy and so fatty. Like, oh, that's the new trend. Oh yeah, oh that's what's hot right now. Okay, we gotta have that, right? And so these people understand. So certain individuals that wanted to capitalize on America's thirst for trends, thirst for fads, right? Because we got duped into this, all this, catch dog and this and that. And so they started making like a mythical type of dog. Like this dog is coming from and then it's like and this is one of the reasons why I like to get boots on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Because if you listen to other motherfuckers talk that never step foot nowhere, then they'll listen to somebody else that gassed them up, what I'm saying, to try and make that sell. It's kind of like back in the day when marijuana was, niggas, motherfuckers selling marijuana shit on the block. Not me, but like other people. I didn't do all that, but and they would always gas it. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. This is some of this chocolate tie or whatever the fuck you like. Niggas don't even know what the fuck a chocolate tie was, but anyway, they would come with all that bullshit. But my point is that I think a couple of these breeders just really I think some of these breeders that latched on to other breeders in the United States and sold them a pipe dream, sold them a dream, because nobody's really like what I'm saying, I hate to say it, but like people like Reagan Honest was like hood famous in Colorado. I mean, not Colorado, but in the United States. People was like, oh yeah, we need Reagan Honest. Yeah, it's Reagan Honest. But nobody's talking about the guy out here. Like you can mention him, like who's that? He's a nobody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these dudes out here, and it's like the iron bullshit. Ain't nobody rocking that bullshit. Ain't nobody, and that's why they dogs don't be looking all crazy like our dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like we got so many different variations, obviously, because they was dumping bullshit to the United States. We got dumped a lot of bullshit from certain individuals that were connected with certain breeders here in the United States, i.e., like Randy Green, Jen Chandler, Noah Sanders. Certain motherfuckers that was connected to these dudes, and they was like, "Hey man, we got this over here. This is that new shit. This that blue magic." And really it was bullshit. They was just selling us any old fucking thing, right? So they was dumping shit, and it's like, oh, hey, these Americans, they want some hype shit. They want some shit that's gonna kill some shit. So them motherfuckers like, all right, bet. What you got over there? I got a little this, I got a little that. Okay, cool. Let me get that. Let me throw that together, and then we're gonna send it to these motherfuckers, right? We're gonna send it to them Americans because the Americans are gonna buy that bullshit because they want to kill shit and shoot up shit and they watch movies where everybody gets killed and everybody's dying but when you come on this island, bro, these are the nicest fucking people in the world. Like there's nobody angry. I'm sure there are somebody angry, but like everybody's fucking cool as a motherfucker. It's island life. Anybody and everybody that's been to an island knows how island life is. It's slow motion. It's chill. It's like chill man. You know what I mean? It's like you want to say chill man type shit, but it's laid back, little ass cars, tight roads, tight parking. Everything is fucking tight, and these people live in apartments. A lot of these people live in like little like houses that are on the side of the mountains and shit. There ain't no fucking yards, no backyards, no. Most, like I got more footage of like driving through the cities and shit like that. Like you're gonna see like there's no space for a Preston Canario and to really be like that dog to be used all over. Like I didn't see any on the streets and niggas walking other kind of shit, bullies and shit like that because they live in smaller apartments because this shit's like on high sides of mountains and it's like these houses out here they're not like a this island so the shit's and it's all rock and it's all mountainy, hilly and mountainy type shit. So all the houses are on the side. Ain't nobody got no goddamn backyard. Ain't nobody rocking no backyards and shit. So when it comes to having a space for a big ass dog, a lot of these cats ain't got that kind of space, man. They living in apartments, like houses that are row house type deal on sides of mountains and shit. But like I was saying, one of the common themes is that you don't see none of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some wild variations of dogs in the United States, that look any and every kind of type of way. But when like, and I'm sure somebody got some tucked away maybe in these other places, but I ain't see all that bullshit. And I think we were taken advantage of as Americans because for one we knew no better, right? We believed in these guys, these 30-year veterans, and well they know, but they're trying to pad pockets though. See, that's one thing when you get a motherfucker that's hustling, they'll sell you any motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's like, oh yeah, no, that's it right there. No, that ain't it. That ain't. I ain't seen not one dog that look like horse in Eastern Europe or in the fucking Gran Canaria. I ain't seen not one look like that weird motherfucker. Ain't nothing seen like that. That's some bullshit. They ain't gonna fuck with it. They ain't finna buy that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna stick with what they sticking with. They stick with what they stick with. Um. So But for me, I kind of like what it should be like the American style presser. You know what I mean? Maybe we should do that. Seeing how we got fucked over anyway, so we might as well just making our own style, like American style presser. For me, I like the more athletic. These motherfucking pressers I ain't seen, they ain't athletic. Looking like they ain't finna do shit. Showing up and do these big motherfuckers like they more of those do 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 do. Like they more like that. You know what I'm saying? But like they just big. You know what I'm saying? They big. They they have like a presence like big thick motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Some people like that shit. Yeah, some people like that. I kind of like it. Maybe yeah, that's what we coined it, like the American style press that we've been hoodwinked, but it is what it is. But just know that them motherfuckers who was claiming all this iron bull and that means absolutely nothing in Eastern Europe and Gran Canaria. I think we'll go to Tenerife tomorrow and I'll report from that location. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, man, I think we've been super duped, man. And I blame those individuals who never left the United States. I blame those individuals that never left the United States. Um, I blame those individuals because they never really got out and investigated to see for themselves. Like one person might have been, but they might have just ran into certain individuals. And that certain individuals like, hey man, well shit, we got some of this, for you. And that's what the Americans is fucking with. And he's just big ass motherfucker. Get your ass back. Get your ass back. But anyways, I think knowledge is always power. And it's always good to put boots on the ground. If you really want to know something, you got to go out and find it, see it for yourself. When you see it for yourself, you can realize like, damn, that shit. It ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really popping like that. Like it ain't really that big of a deal. Here it's not a big deal. It's not like motherfuckers. Oh, I got Presa Canario. Nah, ain't nobody rocking that book. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Some people they heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they kind of heard of the dog, but it just ain't that big of a deal. What the fuck is this dude doing? Hold on a second. What the fuck God damn. Yeah. So I think what people should do is, stop listening to. You really got to get out here and do your own research, put some eyeballs on locations, and really get a feel for the environment, get a feel for uh, what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? From the origin, right? And uh, and that way you can kind of know, like, people like, I got the real person. Motherfucker, you got some reject shit. We all got some shit that motherfuckers might have, you know what I'm saying, whoopty doopty. But you know, it's uh, it's kind of interesting though. But it's definitely, I think it's one of the greatest stories ever sold. Man, it's one of the biggest hype jobs, and a lot of them motherfuckers cash the fuck out, man. A lot of people cash the fuck out on Americans. It's like you spent $20,000 on a dog when there's like a whole bunch of other dogs that look there's a whole bunch of dogs that look just like that dog. If you just come over here and check it out, like you have nothing special. You know, what I'm saying? It's like it's mind boggling how stupid Americans are, right? So you can say like somebody like Elijah buys um, the dog from Romania. There's a bunch of dogs over there that look just like that dog or bigger. If they talk about size, there's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of dogs that look like that. There's a whole bunch of dogs that. So why would you spend 20 fucking thousand on a dog that has? There's other dogs with a similar pedigree that are big and red brindle and all that shit. You could have got it for half. You could have got it for €1,500 and plus shipping, if that, and then it's about 2,500. You spent $20,000 on the fucking $18,000. Americans are so stupid. If you just come over here and just investigate, you say, man, that motherfuckers is all over the place. There's a whole bunch of breeders that got the same type of dogs. That's why it's no big deal to them. He's like, oh, I got the king, I got, or some motherfuckers, oh, I got this horse shit. Like, horse shit. Nobody wants that shit. I don't hear nobody over there talking about, yeah, I can't wait to get some of that. Um, it's just Americans. Americans talk that bullshit. Oh yeah, I want some of that. Oh yeah, I gotta have that. Oh yeah, this, that, and the other. Motherfucker, you been lied to. You know, you have been duped. You've been hustled, and it's okay. I guess it is what it is. We gotta live with it. Some people gotta live with it, but you bought some bullshit that, like I said, these other motherfuckers in these other countries ain't rocking. You know what I'm saying? I seen a number of big old, big bone, big ass dogs. You know what I'm saying? That definitely ain't gonna cost no fucking 18,000. You're a fucking idiot. Fucking the Jen Chandlers, the Randy Greens, the whoever the fuck else, these fucking idiots that fucking coached Americans and buying that bullshit should be absolutely ashamed of that Lucas bullshit from Reaganados. Man, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody talks like I keep saying. Nobody fucking with that dude, man. They know what he about. They ain't buying that shit. They ain't fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? They out here, oh yeah, I can't wait to get Reganados and Reganados candles at these motherfuckers, this, that, and that. Motherfuckers ain't rocking that shit. And the thing about it is out here in Europe is the show dogs, the working dogs is the show dogs too. Like they don't differentiate. It's not like a one gang apart is separated from the other. They go from the they show shit, can be they working shit, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like they got like a special class and this, that, and not from what I see. Okay, maybe there's some backroom shit, but not from what I see. And there's just no place for it. It just ain't that. It just ain't like that. It really just ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, in my little journey so far, it just ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the American buyer has been fucking taken advantage of and fucked over major. And but like, in America we got a lot of dumb people. So we got 300 plus million people. So you can definitely find an idiot that's gonna willing to spend $15,000 on a dog. That is, to me, that is fucking insane. $15,000. Could you imagine spending 15K and you go to a dog show, one of these monographicas, and see a whole bunch of dogs that look just like your fucking dog? Do you think all these fucking people spent 15,000 for the same fucking dog? Same dog. You think they all spent 15 grand? Fuck no. What did you do? Wouldn't it be like, damn, I spent 15,000 on that and I could have got it over here for 1,500 euro? You're an idiot. You guys gotta stop following these motherfucking idiots. Because they're idiots. Right. So anybody want to argue that why would you import a dog for 15, 20 fucking thousand? There's a whole bunch of same dogs similar to them over here that you could have just came over here with 15 grand. You could have took a whole fucking vacation, picked the fucking dog up, and brought it back for less than 15,000. You stupid motherfuckers, man. But it is what it is. Uh, I'll report live from Tenerife when I go there next, and we'll put you up on game, some more game.